And CBC, it has been decades since graffiti first started showing up on Canadian walls. And despite their best efforts, police and municipalities have failed to erase it. Graffiti has evolved over the years, becoming more ornate, gaining respect. It is featured on billboards, in advertising, and even in one of the country's premier art galleries. But is it really art? The debate rages on, with a whole new generation of teenagers now taking up the cause. CTV's Corey Atkins has more in tonight's Attitude 2000.
He goes by the name of Media and leaves his mark on a Toronto wall.
It's sort of like free art.
An aerosol artist to some, a vandal to others. Graffiti, after all, is the art of risk. In cities across Canada, graffers play a cat-and-mouse game with police, chancing fines, even jail time, for the sake of a little recognition.
And the city's trying to get in the way of my art.
But he's not worried about getting caught, not at the 416 Graffiti Expo. Local business donated the space and the paint, but many say it's not enough.
The lack of legal space in the city is also an issue, just nowhere to paint.
Legal graffiti was almost unheard of 10 years ago when Vancouver police cracked down on the art form. Since then, police across the country have been fighting an uphill battle, handing out fines, making arrests, and painting over graffiti.
We'll take a picture of this, put it in a photographic library, and hopefully link that up to the suspect at a later date.
So you're actually chasing him?
Absolutely, absolutely. We've done surveillance in laneways, we look at Crime Stoppers tips and call-ins from schools, and arrests have been made.
But is all graffiti created equal?
You ask people what they think graffiti is, they're not going to say aerosol art. They're going to, associate it with the tags and the scribbling and the chicken scratch that they see on their property.
Even with the backlash, many agree that graffiti is still art.
It's an expression.
It's everywhere. It's on every street corner.
Coffee shops to clothing stores, magazines, even in Ontario's art gallery.
Kids have come to us and said, this is what we want to see, we want you to take our art seriously.
But many say this is where graffiti belongs, the street. But what about the law?
What we have to do is bridge that gap, come between liberty and community, find a happy medium with this consensus, with this compromise, and then it could work.
Young graffiti artists are concerned that an eradication program that threatens fines and even jail time will kill what many call a thriving and creative culture. Artists say if police and business can take a cue from events like the 416 and provide more access to legal walls, then their creative soul will not be lost. Corey Atkins, CTV News, Toronto.
And that's the Canada Has Been this Tuesday, September the 19th. I'm Lloyd Robertson for all of us here at CTV News. Good night.